Welcome back to 843 TV, where communities come to speak. We're here with Matt Green with Buckwalter Place. So tell us about your job at Buckwalter Place. What do you do there?
Sure. No, first and foremost, I appreciate you having me on the show today. Buckwalter Place is an interesting concept. It's a concept where we're taking real estate, in this particular case, about 100 acres of real estate, and really trying to take the real estate and turn it into a community or a gathering place. How do we do that? We're doing that through taking various real estate uses, simple things like grocery stores, things like family entertainment center, gas stations, office buildings, civic buildings, bringing all those things together in one setting and really letting those uses play off of one another to create some synergy, again, to create that community center, that community gathering place. And so, with a lot of the growth that's happened around here over the past 10 to 15 years, it's more or less been spread out. And what we're trying to do is kind of go a little bit reverse trend and kind of bring it back together, more compact, some of the ways that a country was built upon, because we feel that there's some great benefits to doing that. So that's, in a long-winded nutshell, that's kind of what we're doing at Buckwalter Place.
Okay, excellent. So you're trying to reverse some of the sprawl that's happened over the last several decades and do some sort of neo-traditional
I would say it's a hybrid. It's I'll put neo-traditional on this side and I'll put the sprawl on this side, and I would say, we're not one extreme or the other, but we're trying to adapt and adjust to the market.
Right.
And one of the primary drivers of the concept is, in the past, a lot of people have seen these type of centers being oriented by, big box retail has kind of been the anchor. Right. And there's several examples throughout the country where this has happened. Some of them well and some have not. And what we saw 4 or 5 years ago was we really needed to change that anchor in our project, and we saw a great need with this area for economic development and to really try to diversify our economy. And so that's a really big component of our project. As we were talking earlier, we have a new innovation center at our project where we're really trying to incubate, accelerate, and recruit business to the area. We have a company out there called Carrie National that has close to 700 employees, paying in excess of a very qualified salary. So really taking that energy and complementing with some real estate uses, it's been fun. It's not been easy, but it's been fun.
Excellent. So some good economic diversity in there
Absolutely.
as well. Tell us about some of those other things that make this project unique.
I would say what we're trying to do is, I'll put it in 3 buckets: the social, the cultural, and the economic or environmental. Every decision that we make in the project, we try our best to take those things into consideration. What's social? Social are events that we hold on a routine or frequent basis that really bring that community together. Not only bring them together, but support the businesses that we have in there and around the Buckwalter, as Shellie was mentioning, that Newtown area. The culture side, we try to work with the local farmers markets and have a very traditional farmers market where it's 5 farmers out there. You drive in, you get your veggies, and you're out. Nature trails, greenway trails, everything that, notice I didn't mention real estate, but, things that are aside from the real estate, again, to try to really accentuate that experience.
Now, Matt, y'all have had this project going on for a while. Kind of give us a timeline, start to finish, where you see the project going and when you think you'll have everything in place.
Yeah, it's a good question. Given the current economic situation, who knows when it will be done. But this project division started back in 2002 with some of the former political leaders and citizens in the community that really saw a need to diversify from the tourism and the construction that we were so dependent on. A lot of people don't realize, but this project was all pine trees in 2007, and so from 2007 to date, we've had close to $100 million of horizontal and vertical investment in the project. So while we don't have a timetable when it's actually going to be finished, some of the good things out there in America or our world, quite frankly, weren't built overnight, and so we're trying to methodically, to the best we can, trickle along and put the pieces together.
Matt, we all know the importance of creating jobs locally and regionally. You mentioned CareCore. How do you see Buckwalter Place and how they fit in with creating jobs for the local market?
It's a great question, and we spend a lot of time on this. If you tune into TV today, it's jobs, 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 jobs. Everybody's pushing jobs. And why are they pushing jobs? It's because our economy is kind of at a standstill, and we need that injection of people getting back to work, getting paychecks, and going out and deploying that capital in our workforce. And I think we saw as a need here locally that, you know, we are dependent on certain things, as I mentioned, the residential and tourism. And so we believe that we need to, you know, it kind of gets back to the early question, really focus on that economic diversity and try to bring jobs to our area. If you look at our area, we have a wonderful quality of life. You know, some of the things you all talked about is tremendous, but why can't we, you know, package that with some clean or smart industry? Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. And so we see an opportunity. We're trying to get as many people. It takes an army to execute a plan, as you know. And so we're trying to bring as many people to the forefront of that issue because we think it's a very important issue as we come out of this recession and the new economy. You know, I often tell people it's new days, old ways. You know, where we have to go back to some of the values and the principles that built this country on, and we need to build it within ourselves. And so that's why the Innovation Center and some of the other entrepreneurial activities that we're trying to do.
So tell us a little bit about what is actually going on today. What are you working on right now?
Yeah, today we, you know, the Innovation Center is something that we're really working on. We're up to almost 10 companies now, and we just opened in May, which I think is a great testament to this area having a need for that. And they're all different types of companies and people that were here but just never had a platform or were offered resources to go out and, you know, accentuate those. We're working on new medical uses, we're working on residential, we're really trying to build out that environment that I talked about earlier. So it's challenging, it's not easy, but we're working hard.
Well, it's so diverse too.
Yeah,
you guys
it is diverse.
Touch a little bit of everything.
You know, that's the you know, that's the beautiful thing of this concept, is that it is mixed use, it is diverse, and you know, hopefully we're successful at doing it.
Well, I know that there are several new things going up right now. I think that the bowling alley was a huge success.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's another gas station, and then there's a McDonald's.
There's a McDonald's that's
So-
opening up in October 31st that will open up. So
Yay.
come check it out. We just redid our website, buckwalterplace.com. Come check it out. And again, thanks for having me on the show.
All right, very good. Matt Green, thank you for being here. We thank all of our guests, and we thank you and hope that you'll join us next time for more 843 TV, where communities come to speak.